On August 18th, 2025, on my birth week to be aware, me and my family gone through Universal's newest theme park, Universal's Epic Universe. This park contains lands and attractions based on properties such as Mario, Universal Monsters, How to Train Your Dragon, and the Wizarding World. For this video, I want to do a ranking of all the attractions I've been through in this park because of two reasons. Number one, I'm a theme park fan. And number two, I want to do different styles of content for my channel. So if you like theme parks like I do, make sure you press that subscribe button so you won't miss out on any theme park and other content that I would do next. One disclaimer before we start, there are 11 attractions in Epic Universe, meaning no, we're not counting Viking Training Camp because it's just a playground for kids, and we're definitely not counting Astronautica because it's just a splash pad. And also, I haven't gone through all of the attractions. We've only missed one of them, that being Constellation Carousel, which means I sadly didn't get to do this. Holy f***. And finally, this ranking is based on my opinions. Okay, let's begin. Dragon Racers Rally is a flat ride attraction that's located in How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk. In here, Viking trainees get to learn how to ride dragons, and techniques as well, such as aerobatic maneuvers and high-speed barrel rolls. This training will help you become a dragon racer yourself, if you're up for the challenge. As for my thoughts on the attraction, it's pretty alright. I mean, there's nothing special. It's just a flat ride attraction after all. I will say I do like that you can do a barrel roll. That can be fun. But I'm scared of doing barrel rolls myself. I like to do things simple. Overall, a decent attraction for the little ones. Curse of the Werewolf is a spinning family coaster attraction that's located in Dark Universe. In this attraction, you'll try to escape the werewolf curse as your spinning wagon travels through the dark woods of Darkmoor, while being hunted down by a pack of werewolves. While the attraction has a nice thrill to it, my biggest issue is that this attraction felt a bit empty. Let me explain. There isn't that much story involved within the coaster itself. You get a sense of story within the queue, but when you get on the attraction, apart from appearing in the middle part of the attraction, you don't really feel like you're being chased by werewolves. And the ending is a bit underwhelming for me. Once you're in the attraction, you see this beautiful werewolf mural and Madame Leota, and you just pass her and that's it. It would have been a bit better if Madame Leota has like a better speaking role and as an animatronic, especially since another certain roller coaster has not one, but two outdoor animatronics. But we're gonna get to that later. It sounded like I should have ranked it lower, but I ranked it above Dragon Racers because it at least is a bit more thrilling. And it has some story involved. Overall, while the coaster is a bit underwhelming for me, it's decent enough as is, especially for families. Yoshi's Adventure is a slow-moving Omnimover attraction that's located in Super Nintendo World. In this attraction, you take a ride on a Yoshi and journey through the landscapes of the Mushroom Kingdom. While exploring the landscapes, you need to help Yoshi find 3 glowing eggs so you can obtain the golden egg. So you might be looking at my ranking so far and be like, really? This slow kids ride is better than Werewolf? How? Well, I'll tell you how, my sweet and wonderful viewer. Unlike Curse of the Werewolf, which barely had a story, Yoshi's Adventure has a story. The game that is included within the attraction plays a big role within the story. As I said before, you need to collect 3 eggs, which are hidden throughout the attraction, to obtain the golden egg, found by the famous and terrifying Captain Toad animatronic.
Found the golden egg! We did it!
Captain Toad, are you okay? I'm only gonna show you one of the eggs, but the rest are up to you. Will you be able to find the 3 eggs to get the golden egg? Well, there's only one way to find out. There's other stuff that I liked about the attraction too, such as this beautiful view of the Mushroom Kingdom, this Mario Galaxy references that I found, this wonderful scene featuring Yoshi, Baby Mario, Pinky Yoshi, Peach, Kamek, and of course Pouchy, we can't forget about Pouchy, and Baby Yoshi. I don't know what else to say. Also, you might be wondering, why is there no name at the bottom part of the video? Well, that's because I recorded the attraction myself. In fact, this is the only attraction that I can record by myself, as I can't record most of the attractions because of theme park rules, and also I'm scared of losing my phone. But what about the attraction queues? That's easy to record, right? Well, yes, but here's the thing. I've gone through the park with my family through the VIP tour, and in most attractions, one family member stays behind because they're scared of roller coasters. So the person that's not going to the attraction has to carry all the stuff while we're in the attraction. And in some cases, that includes my bag, which has my phone. So after this ride footage that I took, you're gonna see a lot of ride footage taken by other creators. Some that already put their names on their videos, and others didn't, so had to put their names on their videos by myself. Sorry guys. Anyway, back to the topic. Overall, while not the best attraction at Epic, it is a really charming ride nonetheless, especially as a Nintendo fan. Just don't get squished by the thwomp at the end.
And there comes a giant fish!
Fire Drill is a water shooter attraction that's located in How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk. In this attraction, 2 Vikings turned this once fire school into a watery interactive boat battle, as our goal is to put the fake fires out to gain points, while gaining the opportunity to aim water at each other in this big, epic watery showdown. While this attraction lacks a story, this attraction is really fun. Like, really, really fun. The attraction is pretty well themed too. Wooden fire targets caused by wooden dragons. Makes sense given the fact that this used to be a training school. The targets, while hard to aim, are pretty good interactive elements. Plus some of them can even spray water on us. But what makes the attraction really fun is that we can aim water on each other. And believe me, that is super refreshing fun. Overall, while lacking a story, it's a really fun water attraction nonetheless. Oh, and quick tip, if you're sweating a lot, especially in Florida, make sure you're the most targeted. Trust me, you'll thank me later.
Welcome to Mario Kart!
Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge is an AR simulation attraction that's located in the Super Nintendo world. In this attraction, Bowser challenges you, Mario, and his friends for a race around the Mushroom Kingdom and beyond. In this race, you must join Team Mario and race across iconic courses to beat Team Bowser and claim the Universal Cup. So, this attraction is pretty divisive among both the gaming and theme park community. Some people like the gaming aspect of the attraction, but most can agree that the physical elements of the attraction are the best part. Thus, most people only came here for the physical stuff and not the game. So where do I fall into this? I love both the physical stuff and the gaming stuff equally. Yes, I'm serious. The attraction right here is basically what Mario Kart is. Racing, item throwing, and non-stop chaos. Although less chaotic than the games, it makes sense, given the fact that the attraction is made for kids after all, but I still have fun. The game itself was also pretty good too. Some people get dizzy from the AR game, but after riding multiple times, I've gotten used to it now. It's a pretty fun game of sniping the Koopalings. Actually, believe it or not, I've actually gone through this attraction even before Epic Universe opened. In the Universal Hollywood. 3 times to be exact. And 2 more times at Epic Universe. So basically, I rode the attraction 5 times. That is pretty insane when I think about it. Oh, and I also like the course selection too. We got Piranha Plant Slide, Twisted Mansion, Cloud Top Cruise, and more. One of them includes N64 Rainbow Road, aka my favorite Rainbow Road of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And they're all really detailed too. All of these felt like you were in the actual game itself. Speaking of 8 Deluxe, can we talk a bit about how funny it is that Super Nintendo World came to Orlando just a few days before the Switch 2 came out, which has Mario Kart World as the launch title, which also has new designs for each characters and new tracks to race on. Makes me wonder if they're ever gonna do a total revamp of the attraction, especially with another character that got a redesign. But we're gonna talk about that later. And one more thing, you might be wondering why I'm not talking about the attraction queues. Well, it's pretty simple. In VIP tours, you skip the line. Like, the entire line. While skipping the entire line is a really big upside, the only downside is that you skip a lot of the story bits. So if you're interested with the story but you're in the VIP tour, you might miss a lot of parts that are important within the story. Or you just don't care and want to go to the attraction already. It's up to you. Also, I'm not counting Bowser's Jr. Showdown because it's more of an interactive area rather than a full-fledged attraction. Back to the topic to finish it off. Overall, as a person who's a theme park and a video game fan, and a Mario Kart fan, this is a really detailed and pretty fun attraction, nonetheless. Man, I kept saying nonetheless a lot, huh? I need to come up with new endings, especially with the top 5 attractions that I'm gonna talk about next. Hiccup's Wing Gliders is a family roller coaster attraction that's located in How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berg. In this attraction, you get to join Hiccup to test his new flying cart for a test flight around the Isle of Berg. But before Hiccup can finish his invention by placing the wings on the sides, Toothless unexpectedly pressed the launch button, sending us through one glorious flight, alongside the Viking and the Dragon. Alright, so let's make this short. I like this attraction quite a lot. I do like how they set up the beginning of the attraction. Toothless watching us flying before Hiccup can even put the wings on is a pretty fun explanation. It also explains that the flying is pretty rough sometimes without the wings. Also, outdoor animatronics! Unlike some other outdoor roller coaster, wink wink. But the big star of the show is that you can fly all over Berg. The bridge, the dragon nest, the racers rally, all of these, while a bit rough, which is expected, is a really fun flight throughout this entire land. I do have one criticism about this attraction, is that the coaster seating is really uncomfortable. Yeah, you kind of knew this is going. The seats are so uncomfortable. It felt like you're sitting on an untested block. Hopefully one day they can modify the seats to make them more comfortable. And that's the only negative I have for this attraction. Overall, a really good flight around the Isle of Berg. And the leader and his dragon have done a really good job. Minecart Madness is a boom coaster attraction that's located in Super Nintendo World. In this attraction, you get to hop on a minecart and go through a crazy and bombastic ride throughout DK Jungle, alongside Donkey Kong and his friend Diddy Kong, while protecting the precious golden banana from the vicious Tiki tribe. So, before talking about this attraction, I want to talk about something related to the minecarts in the Donkey Kong franchise. So, before playing Donkey Kong Bonanza, I played Tropical Freeze and Returns HD. Both of these games are pretty fun games to play, but both of these games are not all I'm talking about. The thing I want to talk about which are related to these games and the attraction is this. I suck at minecart levels. I don't know how DK fanboys did it, I'm looking at you, Uncle Al, but every time I play these levels, I ran into an enemy to death and fall to my death. This happened to me multiple times until I've completed the level. These are the most torturous and deadliest death runs I've ever been through in my entire life. Death runs that I never revisited ever again. I skipped to the other levels that are easier for me. At least Donkey Kong Bonanza did it easier and better for me. So what do I think about Minecart Madness? Coming from a person who basically hates minecart levels? Yeah, this coaster's really fun. I love the opening launch. I love where you get to jump all around the broken tracks. And I especially love the ending, as Tiki Tonk breaks the tracks while we do the final drop, and we go through this crazy bombastic ride, and we save the golden banana with DK and Diddy. Oh, that was so fun. I have one complaint, which of course most people are complaining about with this attraction. That is of course the jumping from track to track effect. You see, the whole point of the effect is that you're meant to jump from one track to another, just like how the games did it. And yeah, you can actually see the fake track even outside from the attraction. And it's still funny that this land opened 2 months before Donkey Kong Bonanza came out, which has a redesigned Donkey Kong, and he got his old rival back. Just like with Mario Kart, I'm wondering if they're gonna do a revamp of Minecart Madness, redoing all of the animatronics, including DK and his family, as well as replacing Tiki Tonk with King K. Rool at the final drop. That could still be a possibility. Maybe one day, but not today. Overall, a pretty crazy and really fun coaster experience. And that's coming from a person who hates minecart levels. Alright, we're almost done. We're in the top 3 right now. These attractions what I'm about to show and talk about are what I consider to be the best attractions at Epic Universe. Let's begin the endgame with number 3.
I will do what must be done for the greater good. To the time, Yaxley, dispose of them.
With pleasure, miss.
Detectives have attacked the ministry. Dolores Umbridge has escaped.
Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry is an immersive dark ride attraction that's located in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic. In this attraction, you're entering the British Ministry of Magic to witness the trial of Dolores Umbridge for the crimes of the Wizarding World. But the Death Eaters came in and set her free from captive, now setting their eye on the Time Room to revive Lord Voldemort. It is up to us, Higgledy, and the iconic trio to stop Dolores and the Death Eaters before it's too late. Alright, so let's get the negatives out of the way first. It should have been a Fantastic Beasts crossover, because of, you know, the themes of time and stuff like that. And also, this is a crossover that I've wanted for a long time, ever since I found out that both franchises are set within the same universe. Yeah, that's really sad. And that's all the negatives I got for this attraction. I love the Ministry Archive scene. I love the magical creatures scene. I also love the time room scene. That was really cool. Also, blending scenes with physical sets and screens and animatronics, that's a big yes in my book. Also, a story where Dolores finally gets what she deserves, perfect story choice, especially for the post-movie era. But my favorite part of the attraction has to be the ride vehicle itself. Sure, it's similar to Spider-Man and Transformers, but theming it to the elevator, of course from the movies, and giving it the ability to go up and down, gives it its own unique style for me. Also, I love the robot at the end. How come there's no merchandise of him? I want him so badly. Overall, an amazing battle at the... Best sentence I ever said.
I am Dr. Victoria Frankenstein. Together, we will finish what my great-grandfather started.
Brace yourselves and witness my masterpiece, Dracula, under my control. Subtrog.
No! They're out! They're all out! Even the really ugly one!
Monsters Unchained: The Frankenstein Experiment is a thriller dark ride attraction that's located in Dark Universe. In this attraction, you will be the few that are selected by Victoria Frankenstein to witness her greatest invention, a machine that controls all monsters. But when she attempted to control Dracula, the most dangerous monster of all, the nightmare erupts, unleashing his brides and all the other monsters to wreak havoc upon us as we descend to the catacombs of Darkmoor. Okay, so you already know there's gonna be lots of good things I'm gonna say about this attraction, so I'm gonna say them. The story is great. Victoria capturing and taking control of all the monsters is a really interesting story for a theme park attraction for me. Another thing I appreciate is that the attraction has a lot more physical sets than Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. Likely because it took place in one location, unlike Forbidden Journey, which took place in multiple locations, hence why the screens. Victoria, Igor, and all the other monsters each got their own moment to shine, each in their own amazing ways, of course. Looking at you, Mummy Animatronic. But the standout monster to me has to be Dracula, the king of vampires himself. And oh boy, that man got it all. I don't know if I should count this as a complaint because, it's not part of the actual attraction, but from people's feedback of the attraction. But it is something I want to talk about. During previews of this attraction, many people call this the most scariest attraction in all of theme park history. And I mean it, people call this the scariest attraction of all time, even scarier than Revenge of the Mummy. But is it scary though?
So that was a f***ing lie.
The attraction is not scary at all. I could even put it in the same camp as Revenge of the Mummy, which is a horror adjacent attraction, but it's not scary at all. Unless all of those people who said that are easily scared. So the point of what I'm saying is that always keep your expectations at a minimum. Because if you have expectations this high, you might be disappointed of the final result. Trust me, I did it and it worked like fine wine. Overall, an amazing and monstrous experiment to experience. Oh, you might be wondering, why is this attraction on number 2? Well, my friend, because there is one attraction at Epic Universe that I consider to be the best attraction in my eyes. An attraction so amazing that I will sleep in this attraction all day and night like it's my home. So ladies, gentlemen, and non-binaries, let me introduce to you what I consider to be the best attraction at Epic Universe. Stardust Racers is a dual roller coaster attraction that's located in Celestial Park. In this attraction, you get to climb aboard a comet and race across the cosmos with incredible speed to see which comet is the fastest in the entire universe. Which comet is the fastest? Well, that's for you to decide. So yes, I love this attraction more than any other attraction in this theme park. While it's not the best roller coaster in Universal, because Velocicoaster exists, this attraction holds a special place in my heart. And I'ma tell you why. This attraction has my favorite space theming in this entire theme park. A theming where two comets collide and race each other into the cosmos. And this is the most thrilling attraction in Epic Universe, which is what I've been craving for ever since that reveal back in 2024. The music is stellar. The celestial spin is also stellar. In fact, this entire attraction truly felt like you're riding an actual comet. A comet that's soaring through the stars. I wanted to ride both comets on the day of our VIP tour, but unfortunately, by the time we're there, only the yellow comet is working. But I still have fun. Really amazing, celestial fun. Overall, it is the best and my favorite attraction at Epic Universe. An attraction that I will always hold dear in my heart. And that's my Epic Universe attraction ranking. I hope you enjoyed this video. What do you think about my ranking? Do you agree with my opinions? Do you disagree with my opinions? And also, what are your favorite attractions? Because it's not just about my opinions, it's also about yours. Which attractions do you like? Which attractions do you don't like? And which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments. Oh, and if you're wondering what's my favorite restaurant in the park, it's the Blue Dragon Pan-Asian restaurant. It has a really unique night aesthetic, neon lights, delicious food, and a really awful design. Seriously, someone redo this design. Please make it better. Oh, and if you care about which is my favorite store at Epic, it's the Otherworld store. It has a unique aesthetic, it has merchandise of all the lands, also is connected to the park's candy store. Shout out to Captain Cacao! I want to tell you one more thing before I end the video. If you're ever planning to go on Epic Universe for the very first time in your life, I hope you will have a really fun and wonderful time in the stars with your friends and family. Thank you all for watching, and safe travels, my friends.